Machine guns could put you into some amazing positions to get kills, but more importantly, machine gun suppression can allow your teammates to gain the upper hand. Today I'd like to bring you a series called Into the Trench, where I evaluate my gameplay and deliver some tips and tricks that can put you into some amazing gunfights yourself. My name is Genuine Catalyst, and this is Into the Trench. Welcome to Omaha Beach. We start the video here at the start of the match playing as the United States. Currently the Germans are capturing West Veerville and our squad is planning to move in to capture. We are currently moving towards the city from the east. Now this is important as Omaha Beach's compass true north is pointing to what we would know as the east. Let Loose has Omaha Beach's map reoriented for visual purposes. So this is important to know when you're communicating with squad leads and commanders to avoid giving incorrect information. As we begin moving into West Veerville along the road, about 150 meters out, I see enemy movement across the road. I began to lay down some fire, but for a brief moment there was no activity, so I held my position. Remember, it's super important to hold your positions and held let loose, and it's not Call of Duty. You shouldn't always push.
Or OP, yeah, whatever the fuck, same difference. Yeah,
see, being patient gets you kills like that. Anyways, as I continue to hold my position, I asked someone to cover my fire, so that way I can reload. Remember, it's important to have communication even at times of reloading. So I watched back my gameplay a few times. I know some advantages and disadvantages I had. Yes, I did have a good strong support with having my squad around me, but the thing that I really did notice was that I'm not actually aiming and suppressing down the road like I should be. I'm just looking for the enemy more or less. And I think because I'm not actually suppressing fire like I should be, it gets me killed here. Here's an important tip for you newcomers, and for most of you people out there who play Hell Let Loose. Let the medic revive you. Alright, thank you medic for the revive. Now I can go ahead and reset up my MG, use the smoke to lay down suppressive fire, and just because there's smoke and you can't see any enemies does not mean you should reposition. Again, MGs are meant for this purpose. We clearly know the enemy is down that road, continue to lay down that fire, wins are more important than kills. And as you can see on my right, my squad is starting to move, well not my squad, my team is moving up.
Alright, keep the suppressive fire up.
He calls it out, keep the suppressing fire up. So I already know clearly that what I was doing there was correct. And again, he's throwing more smoke. Again, giving me an opportunity to suppress fire, so that gives them the opportunity to move up. Look, another squad mate moving up the line. Excellent position. I'm glad I did hold this. There's definitely no mistake here. So as I start to notice my squad moving up, obviously I'm putting them in danger as well with my machine gun fire. Now I'm going to go up and move into a position that is a disadvantage that gets me killed, but it teaches me something, so that way once I come back and respawn, I'm going to find another position. Decent position. I have open road again. The problem I do here was that just because my squad mate on my left starts to move up, I think that I should move up. What I should have done was hold that position so that way they can move up. As an MG, you're not going to be able to do much in close quarter combat because you have to hold down ADS to be able to shoot off your MG. And it takes too long to deploy, which got me killed here. And this time, I decided to let go. There's no medic nearby. Coming back through the wall instead of turning right, I continue straight onto the storage barn. Immediately upon deploying my machine gun, I spot enemy movement directly in front of me. I continue to engage fire, especially upon the enemy transport, hoping to get some more kills. Now fast forward while holding point, and we can see the enemy begin moving left to right to engage the teammates over the wall on the right. So I begin engaging on the enemy.
We got a flare up, check the map, guys.
Again, fast forward holding point, and we end up getting a flare, allowing me to see enemy positions on the map. Assessing the map, it appears that I'm not near the enemy, for at least what's indicating the flare's range of area. However, knowing that I continue to see the enemy engage across the road left to right is enough for me to continue to hold a position. And holding this position actually ends up becoming a drastic mistake, and my position becomes compromised, and straight ahead in the building there where I was initially getting shot at, I continue to get bombarded by additional infantry. They kept taking places in the house and opening fire on me, which was leaving me vulnerable as well out in the outskirts along the road.
Gotcha.
After taking shots a second time, I really should have relocated.
Does this spawn at that, Gary?
All I did was put myself in a position for a third time to take shots. I mean, ultimately, I did see some people in the building, but again, like I said, I had my vulnerability here on the outskirts, as well as that house now. Meanwhile, I do have this one lone guy put on my side here on the right, holding my position. But as you can see, my teammates are no longer on the right as they were. My squad's now only on my close left, leaving me open for enemy fire. And what I mean by leaving me open to enemy fire is that my men are fairly close to me. And yes, that means, oh, well, you have more protection if they're surrounding you, but not necessarily, because I'm the one suppressing fire on them. I'm the machine gunner. The enemy is going to want to take priority on me. And with the enemy being able to impede on my position that closely, just leaves me vulnerable to get the old-fashioned one-tap-a-rooney to the head. As you can see, I keep seeing either an arm or a head popping up through the window, so I just maintained suppressing fire on that window for as long as I could. And at least I was given the final hoorah of an opportunity to try to take out some enemies with me, right before I took the, like I said, old-fashioned one-tap-a-rooney to the head.
Going out here just on the other side of the pillbox, about 195, probably 200 out, running towards the beach. 2 of them out there. See them?
This is one of the reasons why I love Hell Let Loose. The communication, teamwork makes this game so much more fun.
I can't hit it with my little grease gun.
He may not be able to shoot that range, but I can. The terrible part about this spot was the enemy was using the drop-off for cover, making it difficult to hit my targets. However, my position was still strong enough to do some damage, meanwhile slowing down their push. Honestly, nothing much really occurs after the first set of fire I put on an enemy position. We end up having our objectives captured and we were on our last leg, so squad communication had completely ceased and we were being overrun. But I did want to present that footage as to why communication is important in this game, and that I wish more people did participate like this. It allows the game to be immersive and really brings for good gunplay. That's my rant there. But also of note, if there was anything that I learned from this first episode of Into the Trench, is as a machine gunner, just shoot. Don't just look for enemies like I did most of the time. Just shoot. And relocate when you've been compromised, unless you have enough ground support. Here are the stats from the game this footage was taken. Unfortunately, we did lose 0-5. On the bright side, I got 37 kills, 6 of those being officer kills, 8 headshots, and a 1.42 KD. But let's look at what I find is the most important stat as a machine gunner. Shots hit. I landed 172 shots out of about 1,600 shots, accuracy rating of 10.7%. I find that to be successful suppressing fire. That means that many people had to stop and bandage up before advancing. I did my job. If you like what you saw here and would like me to continue this series of Into the Trench, drop a like and please comment what you did and didn't like or what I can improve on. Until next time, Catalyst out.